yesterday, but we're very grateful for him for all the work that he's done. Without him, you know, we wouldn't be part of the process by which we're really being able to get control of things. So, Paul, I'm going to ask you to come up and then just get moving on this, and you can introduce Will and let's go.
Okay. Well, besides being into monetary reform, I've also been into 9/11 truth since 9/11. Since by about 4:30 on September 11th, I concluded that the U.S. administration was behind 9/11. It was kind of obvious. There was no planes came to intercept those hijacked aircraft, or supposedly hijacked aircraft, and there was clearly those were a couple of really masterpiece demolitions. So, you know, if you just go with what the ordinary person would say, oh, doesn't that look like every other demolition I've ever seen on TV? Yeah, it did. We do have a guest today, Mr. William Thomas. Anybody who has heard the term chemtrails, well, Mr. Thomas is the one who coined that term. And this has been the focus of his investigation for quite a while. He and I actually provided him with some office space when he lived on a boat for a few years. And he's a former civilian pilot, a former U.S. Navy Reserve, a guy who ducked out of the Vietnam War because he realized it was wrong and came to Canada. And he's been eternally grateful for the fact that he could come here. He is also the author of the first that I know of, the very first 9/11 book that I know of that came out in January of 2002. You're probably not aware of the book All Fall Down because there was a big warehouse fire and most of the copies were burned. He is going to come out with a new one called The Day of Deception, available on November 2006. Will's personal focus of expertise is proving that the U.S. Air Force stood down, and he's done this by phoning people involved directly and getting them to incriminate themselves with their own words. And so we will be talking to him later. I'm not sure how many of you need convincing, but I have created a little sequence of videos and events for this morning. And if you don't need convincing, the reason we're doing this is to help you perhaps go out and represent 9/11 truth and stick with the issues that are easiest to win on, because there are an awful lot of confusing things that went on in 9/11 that still evade explanation. And since we don't know what capabilities the military has to make us see things we didn't see, that weren't there, see things that weren't there, and other kinds of misdirections, we're going to stick with the main points, the ones that are pretty hard to refute. And so with that in mind, this is Mr. Thomas right here. He'll be speaking later when we get to the part about the U.S. Air Force standard.